Hello everybody, I'm Shauna and welcome back to my channel, Just Bookish Things. Today I'm going to be doing my Tome Topple TBR. But before I get into the video, I just have a few things I want to say. So first off, I want to thank everyone who watched, liked, commented, and subscribed for all of your support and just giving me such a big warm welcome. It means so much to me. To be honest, I didn't think anybody was going to even care about my video. I didn't think anyone was going to watch it, let alone comment on it and like it or subscribe to my channel. Like, I did not think any of that was going to happen. So the fact that it did just makes me like so overjoyed. I can't even explain how happy I am right now and just how incredible it feels to have so many people who didn't even know I existed until Wednesday just to know that they all support me. And so I want to thank you all for all of your support, and it's just wonderful, and I hope that I can live up to your expectations and produce good content for all of you. So thank you so much. Secondly, I wanted to I've kind of come up with my upload schedule. It's very tentative right now. I don't know how long I'm going to stick to it. It just kind of depends on how life goes as far as classes and work and all that. But as of right now, I think I'm going to upload on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. I think that would be the best time for me because I can film on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and therefore like edit, that night and upload it the next morning. So I think that would work best for me. Let me know in the comments if that is something that you would be okay with, like if that works for you all. I don't know if I will be able to keep up with that schedule. I hope I will. It just kind of depends on, like I said, like life and just things going on. So yeah, hopefully that will work. And then kind of third thing I wanted to say was, I know I said in my last video that I was going to probably change my background, but right now I don't think I will, simply because I really like the natural light. Like, I think it looks better because my room is very yellow. You can kind of see on my walls like how yellow the light is, and so right here I feel like it's the brightest and it's the most flattering light. I was gonna film by my bookshelf and I tried filming there, but it just kind of looked washed out and just didn't look that great. So I think I'm gonna stick to just how my background is right now with like my white bedding and stuff like that. So yeah, and also I want to apologize for like the humming sound in my last video. That is actually my mini fridge. I live in the dorms right now, so I have a mini fridge literally like right over there, and so you can't I can't get it to stop humming because it's so small, and it just, I don't know if it's just overly powered for a really small fridge or what, but it hums all the time and it's annoying. So I just wanted to apologize for that sound, and then I also apologize if you hear the wind outside. It's really windy. Like, living in Oklahoma, the wind is pretty bad, and right now I don't know why, but it's super windy. And since I live on the top floor of my dorm building, it's even louder than it would be if I was on the bottom floor. So it's pretty annoying. So if you hear either of those sounds in my videos, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do to get around it. I can't control the wind. I can't tell my fridge to stop making that sound. So I apologize. But other than that, I think that's all that I want to say. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the rest of the video. So the Tome Topple Readathon is a 2-week readathon that I believe was created by Sam over at Thoughts on Tomes. I'll leave the link to her video on it in the description box below. This is the third year of the Tome Topple Readathon, and the goal for this readathon is to read as many of the longer books on your TBR pile as possible. So for a book to count in this readathon, it has to be over 500 pages. You have 2 weeks, starting on April 7th at midnight in your time zone to April 20th at 11:59 in your time zone, to read as many books over 500 pages as you possibly can. There are some challenges, so I'm going to go over those real quick and then I'll get into the books that I'm going to read. So challenge number 1 is to read more than 1 tome. So that can be 2 or it can be 3, however many, as long as it's more than 1. Obviously you don't have to do all of these challenges, it's just to help build a TBR pile or to just have fun, have more fun reading books. So the first challenge is to read more than 1 tome. Second challenge is to read a graphic novel. Third challenge is to read a tome that is part of a series. Fourth challenge is to buddy read a tome with someone. And the fifth challenge is to read an adult novel. So I have all of these challenges except for buddy reading on my TBR, so I'll go ahead and show you those books. So the first book that I plan on reading, and probably the only big book I'm going to, the only book that's not a graphic novel that I'm going to read, is The Black Prism by Brent Weeks. This is the first book in the Lightbringer series. It is 626 pages long. I've heard a lot of great things about this from Reagan over at Peruse Project. She loves this series and talks about it all the time. But yeah, so this book is a adult fantasy, and it's essentially about this magic system where the magic you have is based off of light, and you can control certain spectrums of the light, but the more that you use it, I believe the more, sooner it kills you kind of thing. But it sounds really interesting. I wanted to read it for a long time, so I figured this readathon was the perfect time to do it. So the second book is more, if I finish the Black Prism and the graphic novel I want to read, I will read this book. It's been on my shelf for a long time, but as of right now I'm really not interested in it. But it is a One Rainy Day in May by Mark Z. Denwiski. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, and I know I butchered it, and I apologize. But he is the author of House of Leaves, which I've heard a lot about on Goodreads and BookTube and everything. This is the first book in the Familiar series. I got this one for Christmas. My best friend gave it to me as a Christmas present, and I read the first 80 pages of it when I got it, but I don't know, it's kind of confusing, and I wasn't super interested in it at the time. To be honest, I have no idea really what it's about. I know there's an alien or something in it, but I really don't know. It's really confusing. The beginning is really confusing because it has multiple points of view, and it's interesting because it's written in a different style for each point of view and different fonts and stuff, but it's still really confusing. But yeah, it's 800 pages, I think, and I wanted to read it for a while. I wanted to knock it off because it is a bigger book, but it's just not too interesting, so maybe if I can get around to reading it during this readathon, that would be awesome. And the last book I have on my TBR is Blankets by Greg Thompson. So this is a graphic novel, and the pictures in here are absolutely beautiful. Look at this, I absolutely love them. I don't know if you can see that, but it's absolutely beautiful, and I love it, and I've heard a lot of good things about this, and it's the only graphic novel that I know besides comic book bind-ups that is over 500 pages. And I'm not super into comic books. I've read some of the X-Men comic books, but I'm not a huge fan of them. So I thought this would be a really good one to read. It is 582 pages, so it meets the 500 page requirement, and I'm super excited for it. I feel like I could read this one really fast, given that it is a graphic novel, and so it's mostly just pictures, and so that would help a lot and maybe give me a break from reading other full big blown novels. But yeah, so the challenges that I will be completing with this is, one, reading more than one tome. Obviously, if I read The Black Prism and Blankets, then that's 2 tomes, so that's more than 1 tome. And then reading a graphic novel, Blankets, will cover that. Read a tome that is part of a series. Now both The Black Prism and One Rainy Day in May would cover that. I will probably read The Black Prism. So I think there is currently 4 in the series right now. So yeah, it's definitely part of a series. And then I probably won't be buddy reading any of these with anyone, unless someone on the Goodreads page is going to read one of these, then maybe I can buddy read with them. But I don't know how many people on the Goodreads page, like what everyone is reading. I haven't checked the page in a while. But yeah, so as of right now I don't have that. But then read an adult novel. All of these are adult novels, so any 3 of these would count as an adult novel. So yeah, I have 4 of the 5 challenges, and I'm really excited to read all of these. I'm really excited to participate. This will be the first readathon that I've like made a TBR for and like actively wanted to be in it. Like I've tried doing like the Bibliothon and the Booktubeathon, but I don't know, it's so many books, like I feel intimidated by it. Even though these are bigger books, I feel like with so few of them I won't be as intimidated by it. So I'm really excited, so hopefully I can complete all of these in that time frame. If any of you are going to be doing the Tome Topple Readathon, let me know in the comments below, and maybe let me know what your TBR is. If you're reading any of these books, let me know, it'd be awesome. So thank you guys for watching, and have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!